Hello, my name is Tyler Vaughn, and today I'm going to talk about the life of Wayne Kent Taylor. For those who don't know, Wayne Kent Taylor was the founder of the extremely popular food chain Texas Roadhouse, what started as a small Texas-style restaurant that later grew into a multi-million-dollar food chain. I'm sure many of y'all have been to a Texas Roadhouse, and for some to at least have seen a Texas Roadhouse. Today, I'm going to talk about 3 key points of Taylor's life. First, I'm going to talk about his early life before the restaurant. Secondly, I'm going to talk about his career. And lastly, I'm going to talk about his untimely death. Taylor was born at Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, to his father, Powell Taylor, a lieutenant in the Army, and his mother, Marilyn Bregman. His family later moved to Louisville, Kentucky, where Taylor grew up and spent the rest of his life. His father worked for General Electric after leaving the Army, and his mother worked as a buyer for a local boutique. Taylor attended and graduated from Ballard High School, where he ran track. He later went on to graduate from the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, where he attended on a track scholarship. After graduating from college, Taylor returned home with a goal to create an affordable Texas-style restaurant. While seeking investors, Taylor was turned down 80 times. His first initial investors were 3 doctors from Elizabethtown, Kentucky. Taylor founded and opened the first Texas Roadhouse in 1993 at the Green Tree Mall in Clarksville, Indiana, which I did not know. I've been to that Texas Roadhouse many a times, and I never knew that it was the first Texas Roadhouse that was ever opened. Until his death, Taylor was involved in the chain's day-to-day operations. He was very driven with this restaurant and wanted it to succeed very badly. Lastly, I'm going to talk about his untimely death. Taylor died on March 18th, 2021 by suicide at the age of 65. He had been struggling with post-COVID-19 symptoms, including severe tinnitus, for months after becoming infected with the virus. Tinnitus is when you experience ringing or other noises in one or both of your ears. After some improvement from experimental surgery, Taylor went to get his COVID vaccine, and the tinnitus came roaring back. 2 days later, Taylor had died from suicide. He left behind his 3 children and 5 grandchildren. In conclusion, Taylor was a very career-driven man who never gave up on his goal. Turned down 80 times while seeking investors, but never gave up and still looked for the investors for his restaurant. He even donated his compensation package to support his company's frontline workers and their families during the hard times of COVID-19. He even committed funds to a clinical study to help members of our military who suffer from tinnitus. Wayne Kent Taylor was a good man and was very career-driven. He had an idea of opening up a restaurant, and when seeking help and investors, he turned down 80 times, but never gave up on his goal. His dream finally came true when he got to open up his restaurant and turn it in from something small into a big corporation. I'm from Louisville, and every day I drive past his company. They even have a picture of him on the side of his building. Now, Texas Roadhouse is extremely popular. I've ate there many of times. I'm sure many of you have ate there many of times too. And while doing research for this topic, it surprised me that the Texas Roadhouse in the Green Tree Mall was actually the first Texas Roadhouse ever opened. Like I said, I've ate there many times before, and I never knew that. I found that really interesting.